Connecticut, and he's aboard. He's on Mad Dog Unleashed. Julian, good afternoon. How are you today, pal? What's going on?
I'm doing good, Chris. How you doing?
All right, Julian, nice to have you with us now. Let me hear what's on your mind today. Fire away.
I just have a question about the NBA. Do you think if they lower the salary cap, it'll get rid of some of these super teams and force players to sign elsewhere?
Well, they're not going to lower the cap because the NBA is making billions right now with their $1.4 billion ridiculous contract that ESPN gave it. So they are not going to lower. The cap is, that's by the door. They got no chance of doing that. They're not going to lower the cap with the TV money that they have. I don't know what the solution is. I think one of the solutions would be to eliminate the playoff teams, make it from 16 and lower the playoff entrance so the regular season got a little more impact. And also, I would make, they're never going to do this either, but I would make best of 5 in the first round instead of best of 7. That's what they used to do because there's a better chance for an upset with a little more drama early on, and nobody wants to see blowouts in the opening rounds. It's bad enough you got to put up with it at 4-0. Let's put it up at 3-0. That's number 2. And then number 3, I think the thing to do would be shorten the regular season. But they're not going to do that either because that's less money for everybody involved. So, they are trying to make do with a league that is making billions right now, that's got a great niche going, which they do. But they have a lot of issues as far as the integrity process is concerned. The games are insignificant. They tried to fix the integrity issue by giving them more off days so he wouldn't have a situation where players sit out like we had last year. So they've tried to capitalize on that, but what they've done instead is make the season too long. It feels like it goes forever, and there's just too many. Look, last night Steve Kerr decided he wasn't going to coach, and the Warriors won by 40 points. What's that tell you? Go ahead.
Well, I think it's still going to have these super teams out there that it's only, like you said before, it's only going to be 2 or 3 that could ever win the championship. The only way to break that up is to lower what they can pay them. But something's got to change because, like you said, it's unwatchable. It's so boring. And up until the semifinals or the finals, there is no point in watching it because the same group of teams are going to be there.
It's a problem. I will find, again, Minnesota and OKC, good call, Julian. That will be, if they play, those are 2 even teams. Right now, they are looking to be the 4 and the 5 seed. Golden State the 1, Houston the 2, maybe San Antonio the 3, which means Minnesota and OKC, I know they changed it with the divisions, but I think they would be the 4 and 5 seeds. That would be a hell of a series. That would be a lot of fun to watch. I'd be into that. If Cousins was healthy, that would make New Orleans interesting, but he's not, so that hurts. In the East, there's not as much drama to me in the East. I know last year the Celtics and the Wizards was a good series. There's not as much drama in the East on a day-in, day-out basis until maybe you get to a NBA Eastern Conference final. I don't trust Toronto. They've had a great year in the regular season, but they're not winning an NBA championship with the way they're built with 2 little guards shooting the ball 9 million times. That's a problem. Gary in New Jersey's on Mad Dog Unleashed. Gary, good afternoon. How are you today?
How you doing, Doc? How you doing?
Fine, Gary. Thank you. What's on your mind with you now? Let me hear what's on your mind.
I wanted to tell you, me and all my friends, we have no interest in the Olympics. And something that put us over the edge was watching Super Bowl Sunday. NBC ran every other commercial was a commercial touting the Olympics.
Well, they have, yeah. And they spend so much money on the Olympics. They're trying to get you to watch, but they did overdo it there at the Super Bowl. You're 100% right.
I'm watching the Super Bowl, and friends of mine are texting me left and right. They're like, I'm banning the Olympics because I could see a couple commercials. The entire day, every third commercial was the Olympics. You turn on Today's Show, all they're talking about is the Olympics. I think they just burned everybody out on watching.
Yeah, they get ratings, so they'll be happy. But you cannot put NBC on, whether it's Lester, whether it's what's his name? I always Lester. I forget his last name after. Lester Holt doing the news. The Savannah Guthrie doing the Today Show. I mean, NBC, MSNBC, MSNBC, CNBC. You can't miss it. Can't miss it. But I'm having trouble, as I said. Good show today, Eddie Erickson. I'll see you tomorrow.